Testing. Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan. We're gonna go steal all of Eternia Dreams toys. Let's go. Oh, so Eternia Dreams apparently has this pop-up shop that they're running out of a trailer that they're setting up in the parking lot here at Retro Toy Con. And I need to go see this thing. I need to go see this mobile store that they've set up. So that's what we're gonna go do. Yeah, you heard me right. So, you've probably heard of Eternia Dreams at this point. It's an amazing toy store that I have already visited in a previous toy hunting episode in the state of Maryland. Well, Alan, always the creative genius when it comes to his business, has created a mobile pop-up shop that he can drive around to conventions, set up in the parking lot to continue the sales after hours. And when I heard that he was setting this up in the parking lot at Retro Toy Con, I knew that I had to check it out. So, I think for the first time ever, I'm doing toy hunting in a trailer. They got cornhole out here. Look, this is how you do a toy store. You get cornhole, you get your lounge chairs. Like this is toy shopping. You got pizza too? Dude, this is how you do it, man. This is how you do it.
Welcome, man.
Oh, man.
Built stairs. I had to bring my steps.
You built your own stairs. You turned your trailer into a store. So this is the same trailer you used to haul stuff to shows,
nope,
right?
This is our big one.
So this is a new one.
I bought this trailer specifically for PowerCon.
Really?
Yep.
And now it's a store.
Yep, now it's a store.
This is incredible.
This way, like, there's so much going on. Like, I can't always go to all the cons that I like and enjoy, but with this, someone, like, especially, now other shops, I've had a couple shops say, no, not interested, and then we've had shops like Ryan at Toy Fed. We can make a weekend of it. I could set this up out in his parking lot, and we make it fun, we doing events or some kind of, and it's a different way to bring people in, right? Because we have a social media presence that might not know about that local shop or this place. So
that's cool.
That's where I want to collaborate and just get back to what was important, and that's collecting and enjoying the toy.
I like that because you're finding ways to collaborate with other businesses.
Man.
And it's right. We're all in this together.
I honestly think there's so many times where I'm like, oh, do you have this? Oh, I don't have this, but I know this guy had it last time I was there. And there's if you do that versus, oh, I don't know anyone that has it. Meanwhile, you know that.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So this was just like a random, like I have an idea up my sleeve and I wrote it on a napkin. And she was like, "You're kidding me, right?"
I'm like, are we bringing more stuff for the lobby stuff? He's like, "No, I have a better idea." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Just wait, let me draw it up real quick." I'm like, "This is him all the time."
That's amazing.
Crazy ideas.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So what do you do in a case where it's like a show like this has a lobby swap? This isn't like getting in the way of something like that?
I think it could definitely like interfere to a point where it's like, well, you're gonna, no matter what, you're gonna come out of that con, you're gonna enjoy that lobby swap. You're gonna look at the room thing, and then I'll be handing out flyers during the show. I made sure I'm never open during the show hours. So that's cool. I didn't want to be impolite. But at the same time, it was like, okay, you can go and check out the stuff thrown on that table, or you can come see how it's done.
Okay,
And that's like in the game of competitiveness. Like I'm here for the buyers. I'm not here for the other sellers. So like at a show, it's gloves off. Like it's I'm only here.
Well, I like so like look, it's that's just the way business is though, right?
Yeah.
Like you're talking about the importance of collaboration and everything, but also sometimes you just got to get those sales.
Look at my booth right now.
Yeah.
I have my chain. I've got my chain across, and I've had multiple people. Are you opening it up today? I will when the people are in line.
Yeah,
like,
when people are ready
same
to
thing.
buy.
I talked to the guy at Mythics. They do the same thing. It's not once I'm open, the vendors and everyone come enjoy it, come do this. But I don't want to get picked out by people that want it for a fraction of the cost.
You want to wait till the show's open where everybody can come in.
I think that's
he says all the time.
That's good.
Why
that's good.
am I going to open it early for you guys when there's people standing outside in the cold waiting and going to pay to come in here?
No, that's cool. That's cool. I totally get that. I do like this too, like, because this is one of those conventions where like the toy buying just doesn't stop all weekend, right? Like you've got the show floor.
It doesn't matter what you're doing.
Right, but when the show floor closes, there's room trading going on. There's lobby swaps. And now there's a trailer out here with things to buy from.
I feel like
this
I was like,
fun.
I felt like I was being naughty because I was like, went into a guy's room last night.
It's weird, right? The first time I did it too, I was like,
do I knock? Like, hey, can I come in? And he's like, come on in.
Awkward.
Yeah,
a little bit, right? A little bit.
Let me just stroll into this guy's room real quick.
Hello, are there definitely toys in here and not murder? Yeah. So I do really like the way that Alan is describing this. And honestly, the one thing that I think the most concerned about, or just the most curious about, is whether or not this would be something that could be frowned upon by the conventions themselves when he visits. But, he made it perfectly clear that he had this all completely worked out with the convention schedule. Of course, Alan paid for a booth, one of the big booths on the show floor at Retro Toy Con, and his mobile pop-up shop was open only when there was nothing else going on, so he's not conflicting with the convention's business. Instead, he's just kind of giving collectors a place to hang out, have fun, look at toys, and, of course, spend a little extra money.
Because you love your guy. Look.
Yeah, look at that Serpentor.
There was a couple, like, off-the-wall colored Serpentors that I've never seen.
Oh, yeah, I don't think I've ever even seen that. That's
like,
wild.
Yeah, because we just picked up a massive Joe collection. Like that.
Oh, yeah, so this one's
like,
cool,
that's
too.
That's so wild, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you decide what goes here and what goes in the booth?
In the main booth, I went straight powerhouse. Like, it was really important to me to have like the best of the best of all vintage lines. And then here I wanted to have your big independent line, like your Joe, your Masters, your wrestling.
Oh,
and then we did a really crazy mix. So like you got the new Sectars, you got Buffy, Skeleton Warriors, Hercules, Farscape, Harry Potter, Pokemon, Dragon Ball, Simpsons, Star Trek, Star Wars, Aliens, Austin Powers, Heavy Metal,
Dude,
Jim.
Everything. Yeah, I was gonna say, I noticed
You know what I mean?
Dolls.
Just in case someone tries to run out of my trailer, I did bring.
Oh, that's good.
So I can shiv
You'll
them.
definitely stop them with this.
You know?
Unless I buy this
That's
right
a
now.
defense weapon.
It's the sewer sword, right? Yeah, Leonardo's sewer sword. This is one of those early Ninja Turtles things that people don't think about, or because this is very early in the line. They did these. Why is Leo's sword like a He-Man style snake blade?
Lion-O glove.
Oh, a Lion-O glove.
It's all about the chaos stuff.
Hey, there's my table cover.
See?
That's what I use for my table cover.
I think I might buy
Last weekend, I almost bought a whole bunch of nunchucks and stuff, and I didn't realize we already owned them.
Oh, funny.
You
awesome.
miss so much. You miss so much. Yeah, see? Like the Stactions, this is the first show besides PowerCon I've ever brought these to. You can't put them on a peg hook. They start to pull
They're
away.
so heavy.
Right?
Yeah, the blisters will come
off.
off.
It's better for me to have them on a shelf, and I was like, I know a place.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
These are nice, too. Yeah, it's cool. Actually, these are good to get mint and packaged now, too. I don't know if you've seen them loose, but they're, warping and stuff really bad.
Yeah.
All my loose ones at home, they're all, leaning like this and stuff.
I think over time, they're not, you know what I mean? Who'd have thought 20 years later.
Exactly. They definitely weren't made to, last forever.
Yeah, and if it gets cold out here, I did bring my own portable heater.
Oh, yeah?
I did, but I also brought a sleeping bag. So if
so can we all just curl up in the
we could. It might not zip the best, but we can fit. I got faith.
Dude, that's amazing. I had this when I was a kid. That exact sleeping bag. Alan's always got a really great stock with his booths at his conventions, in his store. Eternia Dreams is always loaded with treasures, and the same can be said for this mobile pop-up shop. He brought good things that were different from what he had in his booth on the show floor. So, if you already shopped on the show floor, you still needed to come out here and check out this mobile pop-up shop because there could be even more things that you're trying to find.
Outside, I brought all my own merch, and then I did a go hunting section. That was one of the things that was I liked that part of your store. I was like, first time I've had a guy actually mention, he's like, yeah, you have that 10, 15 foot spot that it's just all the random figures. And I was like, yeah, usually if I'm overpacked, I'll take a couple and I'll just put them in. And it went a little bigger than I ever thought it would.
Yeah.
So when I was like, okay, what can I put on a rolling rack to be outside? And I was like, gotcha. And then I'm being picky. I'm like, ooh, let's get one of those. 45 minutes later, I've got 20 figures picked out. And I'm like, I'm putting this way too.
I love it. No, I love all the thought that you put into everything, though, right?
How about before the 3D printing days? That's a legitimate G.I. Joe wall plaque. Nowadays, they're all 3D printed.
Right, now you can just, yeah.
So, yeah. It's like the Joe collection we had just picked up. Was so many, like, look at the hydrofoil. It's like a reissue, completely different paint job. But look, they kept the inside like the same red, same yellows.
Yeah.
So that's been like
that's the Valor versus Venom.
Yep,
stuff.
that's been my most like that right there. I immediately go Aliens.
Yeah, right.
And then Avatar.
Full on mech suit.
Or what's the movie started with the P? It had Charlie Hunnam in it. Pacific Rim.
Oh, Pacific Rim.
So
yeah.
I immediately I think those, and then
Ghost Bear.
Matt and I were at the show in Ohio last weekend, and there was a turtle set, and I'm like, oh, no. So it's like it's really cool to see how many companies have like, oh, that worked. Oh, that worked. Let's do that. Let's
do our own version of the mech suit.
You know what I mean? There's your copper-colored Rattler.
Yeah.
I've had these quite a few times.
Oh,
I love the way it looks, but kind of tough to display in the store because you look at this, that looks. So now we do that. It just looks pretty. And they did
I wasn't even familiar with these. That's pretty cool.
They've done a whole bunch of.
Were these like exclusives for a convention or like where did these come from?
Googling
Yeah, I'm not actually even sure about.
I can guarantee you they're from Hasbro in 2006.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Fort Worth, Texas might have made them.
Joe Club. Right there.
Joe Club.
Oh, okay. There you go. You're a real.
I didn't pay my membership that month, so I missed out on this whole shabattle.
Find some Ninja Force. A couple different ones. What is this one? I think. Whoa. Just throwing those anywhere. Yep. I definitely think this is the first time I've ever toy hunted in a trailer. That's for sure. Look at these again. This is cool. 110. I've never seen these before. Something about that foam just makes these feel like they're treasures, like they're very important. Like I wouldn't even like. Should I even take those out of there? That just looks special. This Cobra Commander's translucent. That's the best G.I. Joe. Right there. That's a real military toy. Troll Force. Oh, there we go. That's dope. It's the Road Warriors. With their belts. Yeah. See, I'm going to pick all the good things up before everybody comes in. Except probably not, because it's just what Pixel Dan likes, and that doesn't always align with, with most people. That is awesome. What is that? Mumra's Tomb Fortress playsets. Looks like it's sealed in the box too, and like I love this is a great playset anyway on its own because it's got one of those great transforming features where you put the old decrepit Mumra in there and then you close the door and you spin it and Mumra the ever living comes out. So real fun toy, but also like that box art, beautiful box. I mean, God, that's so cool. Eerie glowing chamber where Mumra mystically transforms. That's sweet.
What evil lurks in Mumra's tomb? Katara held prisoner. Can Rhino save her?
No! Take this!
Rhino to the rescue. But Mumra transforms to fight again. Mumra's Tomb Fortress comes with all you see here. Other figures sold separately.
So this is amazing. Like, this is really, really cool. And I just like the idea of like conventions anyway, where like the toy shows just going all weekend. So even when the show floor is ended, there's other places to keep hanging out with people, trading, buying, and this really adds to the experience. I think this is really well done. I'm excited to see this trailer in my travels while I'm out at other shows, just to see how it kind of evolves and the kind of stuff he keeps stocked in here. But for now, I'm gonna go buy some of these things. I'm gonna be the first sale out of this trailer. Do we have a checkout station?
I will. She's over there part-timing. I got my trailer.
This is cool.
There, look, man.
Oh my gosh, look.
So, because the girls are going to get colder. The guys are drinking beer and being idiots. So I brought a heater so that when people are out here, I don't want you uncomfortable.
Right, yeah.
So then, like, I mean, got my own spices.
Dude.
Don't mess around, dude. Bacon flipping. Pizza cooking.
Oh my God.
Dude,
Well, I guess we're coming back out here after
that's
the
what
show
we do,
tonight.
man. And then, like, sometimes, like, when I get all my spatulas, dude, wait till breakfast time tomorrow. I'd be like...
Can I come out here and like order an egg sandwich and stuff and just out here?
Yeah,
like,
man.
that's
Chop it up like... That's what we do.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah. When you're on the road and you're away for 4 or 5 days, buying out 3 days, 3 times a day adds up.
Right.
This makes so much more, and this is what we do at home anyway, so
Yeah.
it's fun. Nah.
No, I love that, man.
I tell myself I'm saving money, but bacon is way up and I eat way too much. Thanks, man. Appreciate
Thank you, man. This is awesome.
it. Hold on, I gotta come down.
Yeah, you're already taller than me.
Your mom said that you
I'll do a collide.
Awesome. So I think that this mobile pop-up shop turned out to be a really good idea. I think it's really well executed, and I did find a few things for my collection in here that I didn't find on the convention show floor. Now, granted, this was the first place I really shopped before the convention got going, but still, there was some cool stuff in here. And I've talked about it before, but Retro Toy Con is already one of those conventions where the party just never stops. Between the show floor and the lobby swap and the room trading and now things like the Eternia Dreams mobile pop-up shop, it is a weekend filled with toys, shopping, but more importantly, community and fun. And it's one of the reasons I love Retro Toy Con so much. And I think the Eternia Dreams mobile pop-up shop only helped that even more. It's a pretty awesome way to start the show because I got some things that I'm actually out hunting for, like things that I've been wanting to add to my collection. And I found them in a portable store in a trailer from Eternia Dreams. That's pretty awesome. All right, we've seen the mobile pop-up shop. Now it's time for my haul. Of the things I found here at the Eternia Dreams store in the parking lot at the hotel, I found Ninja Force Dojo. Yes, one of the figures I needed for my GI journey. Picking up the Ninja Force figures is something that I was really set on in 2023 and I'm going to be continuing here in 2024. Dojo's fun. Look at that rooted ponytail. It's awesome. Oh, but this, I was really excited to find the AWA Road Warriors from Remco, complete with their fabric pants and the tag team titles in really great shape. Very happy to add these to my collection. And there's one more thing that I wanted to show off, and it wasn't something that I specifically bought here at the pop-up shop, but Alan did bring it to me at Retro Toy Con. And it's something that I actually saw back at his store when I visited there. This is a custom version of the monster puppet for the vintage Masters of the Universe Fright Zone playset. Now, if you're familiar with this playset, you know that it came with an actual hand puppet that was supposed to be like a snake or a dragon monster, and the material is known to just kind of fall apart these days with age. I actually have one that's in pretty decent shape that I've got stuffed with some paper towel rolls that kind of make it look nice. But when I saw this custom made one that's like resin cast, hand painted, I thought this was a beautiful thing to actually display with the Fright Zone. And it is more inspired by the artwork that we see on the box. So when I was visiting the store, I mentioned that I wanted one of those. Alan was nice enough to bring it to me at Retro Toy Con, and I am so happy to add it to my Masters of the Universe collection. Hey guys, thank you so very much for joining me for another episode of Toy Hunting with Pixel Dan. Hey, The new YouTube channel seems to be off to a great start, and I cannot thank you all enough for the support. Trust me, it's not something that was easy for me to do, starting a new channel after I was running one channel for over 16 years. It's scary starting from scratch, but I do think that this particular series is doing a great job on its own here on this channel, and I can only thank you guys for that. Thank you for being here. But if you haven't already, please consider hitting the subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave a comment. I know that's like the usual YouTuber jargon, but trust me, it really does help the channel out. It's the best way to support this channel's growth. Shout out to Alan over at Eternia Dreams as well, who also has a YouTube channel. If you're not already watching, make sure you look them up and subscribe to them as well. And as always, a special shout out to all of my supporters over on Patreon. Thank you guys all so very much, and until next Saturday, happy hunting, my friends.